Right, good. So this is a discussion on a video we saw from Leymah. She's from Liberia, and she kind of gave a talk about empowering women. One of the main topics and themes that I saw in her talk was about women being raped and prostituted out at a very young age for things such as education and taking advantage of them. And so there was a lot of talk about sexual abuse and exploitation in African schools, and she came here and was talking to us on ways that we can improve that so that that's not a problem. What are your guys' thoughts on that?
Well, they said 3 out of 10 girls get pregnant, and I think a lot of it has to do with their self-confidence and the way the culture looks at them as women and girls at age 12 being sought out to be a prostitution and then only getting paid $1 a day. I think they feel worthless and that that's all that they're good for in that country is that, and that there isn't anything else for them to be able to reach a better education or have a better life, which is very sad. But it seemed to not even matter where they were at. It was almost like the men, and this is just me thinking, in that country feel like that they're entitled to that, whether it is a dad, a brother, an uncle, an educator, thinking that he's entitled to that. I did something for you, you owe me this type of feeling.
For me, the most that impacted me the most from her were her stories. Specifically the one that she talked about that women get prostitute for $1 a night, and that you see condoms like if there were gun wrappers just like everywhere. But the main thing that was very like kind of a way for them to get out. It was just unlocking. She said to unlock was it foundations and commitment and I don't know justice.
I think she said their intelligence and passions.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Something that I thought was really interesting that she pointed out was that she believes the Millennium Development Goal 3, I think she said, the one that kind of gives more rights to women, has really failed where she is in countries around there. And so it seems that what she's doing is just working hard to make improvements on her own and do what she can. And she's getting girls involved in helping them to achieve the dreams that they have, and how important it is to her that they should all be able to be educated and fulfill their dreams and not feel like they're stuck just having children and having no money. If they don't like the place that they're in, they should be able to improve and get to somewhere else. And so, yeah.
I thought it was interesting that she said the biggest problem was that these girls have dreams and visions, but they have no way of fulfilling them, and they don't ever actually reach their full potential because, like she said, like they feel worthless and they don't feel like they should be able to reach those dreams and goals that they have. And I also thought it was interesting that she said that women banded together, all these poor women banded together to get a better living condition and a better place for their children to live in. And I thought that was interesting that we can't do it alone, but if we all get together and we all can make it happen if we try.
So something that I saw in the video is one of the Millennium Development Goals is also bettering education in poverty-stricken countries, but to me it seems difficult to do that if, like in the scenario that Lynette talked about, that the educators are taking advantage of the women and pretty much prostituting them out. And so then you get a conflict where it's hard for them to obtain an education because they're being prostituted out, and then they don't even have the value or feel like they're able to become who they want to become. And that's a problem where the millennial goals are not going to work because more than one area is being affected.
Yeah, I think that the Leymah, the lady that was talking, had a good point, because I do think after they see some examples of the women getting out and becoming educated, that it will continue to get better, because she gave the example of the women sticking together to get that male figure out of their government society and said that they will vote you down because they have to be voted in, and they were able to do that. but it would definitely take more than one of them being empowered and having the courage to stand up and voice their rights. But I think the more women like her, if she talks to more of them and gets them more confident, that they would empower and get together and try to stop some of it so they could be able to better their lives.
And going along with the scholarship, like how she said, like she's working to get girls 4-year scholarships, like get more people like her that will just like give it to them and not ask for a favor in return or whatever. Just like give it to them so that they can be educated and improve their lives.
She said it wasn't hard for them to get passion towards it.
Yeah.
I like that. She said that this doesn't only apply to African American girls, that it can apply to any girl, because education is the key. Yeah. Equality.
And kind of going off that, just how she pointed out to like girls in LA, girls in New York, just girls in bad circumstances, and kind of told the audience that they need to be looking out for that and making improvements as well. So just not just in Liberia is it a problem. It's all around us.
The journey together.
Okay. Cut. We're done.
Good job. Now let's just hope it's all there and make it.